Hello, everyone. How we all doing tonight? Hmm? How we all doing on this fine eve of Monday? I feel the need every time to apologize every time I miss a stream. So sorry about yesterday. Missing the stream yesterday. And sorry about this today not being Ori. I just wasn't feeling in the mood for Ori. I was feeling in the mood for something a little bit more relaxed, and a website exploration felt a little bit more relaxed, even though this is a horror website, an unfiction horror project website. Yeah. So this is the Pendog. This is going to be an exploration of the Pendog Creative Library. I have explored a little bit on my own months ago. Uh, and I have watched Nick Nocturne's full fucking video. It was uploaded like yesterday. So yeah. So I know I know what I'm getting into a little bit. But just so you do, here is a list of triggers that may or may not come up in this exploration, but will absolutely come up in the site. So, let me just read this. Hello, friend. Although this is a fun online horror project, we feel the need to pause your immersion in hopes that this prevents anyone seeing more than they wanted or are comfortable with. Please be aware that this project will delve into the topics of death, body horror, unreality, paranoia, homophobia, transphobia, teen transition under duress, cults, ableism, illness, cruelty towards others, worms, industrial accidents, gore, bigotry, stalking, bees, loss of control, isolation, police violence, audio distortion, and mild flashing lights. Although we cannot list every single trigger and phobia that will, every single trigger and phobia, this should give you a general idea of the type of content that this project will eventually imply, state, or fully display. If you ever feel that this story is too much for you, please prioritize your health first. With this in mind, we trust that you know your limits and know to stop reading our story should they be breached. So yeah, if any of this is really going to be too much for you, you might not want to watch. I will say that a lot of this kind of isn't on the surface level of the site. There is bees, body horror. There's a little bit of homophobia and transphobia, and worms. Of course, there are going to be worms in there. But in terms of like stuff like I don't know actually. But there a lot of it is kind of like, especially on the surface, is not going to, do much for you. I will say that audio distortion is hello, what is happening? Hello, Pada, you have just come into the start of me exploring the Pendog Creative Library, which is an unfiction experience. See this list here? See this list here? This big list? That is a list of triggers and phobias that are a part of this project. If you do not like any of these, if you cannot handle any of these, you might not want to watch. I will say not a lot is displayed on the, like, not a lot of these are displayed on the surface of the website, but there will be moments when we don't just dive into the surface of the website because there is a darker underbelly of this project, because it's a horror unfiction project. So it's going to happen. But yeah, this is all the triggers here. I wish I could just display this screen to make sure that everyone knows that these are going to be a lot of what's happening tonight. Why would you do things that's homophobic and transphobic and bigotry? And, well, see, Potter, here's the thing. I will openly state that I will state that this project is made, drawn, funded by a lot of trans and queer artists and creators are in on this project. And just because it involves homophobia or transphobia or bigotry does not mean it's a bad project. It's not like, it's hard to explain. It's not like they're doing it towards, it's weird. So let me go into the site and maybe we can do a little bit more in terms of, yeah, it's bright, by the way. In terms of maybe getting a little bit more acquainted with things, you can display transphobia, homophobia, bigotry, stuff like that without advocating for transphobia, homophobia, bigotry, stuff like that. You can write a story that has that in there without advocating for it. There are absolutely stories with that stuff in there that are written by queer creators, drawn by queer creators, animated by queer creators, voiced by queer creators, what have you. And so yeah, it's very. I'm tired. I had a long day at work today. So what are we getting into? Welcome to our library. Welcome to the PennDOG Creative. Okay, I get it a bit now. Also, as I said, a lot of that again won't come up on like the surface of the website. Some of it will, but some of it will not. So, welcome to the PennDOG Creative Library, a digital archive dedicated to the preservation and documentation of creative endeavors. Here on the PCL, you will find cartoons, puppets, dolls, artwork, music, and more. The website strives to educate interested readers about the history behind these artifacts so that their impact... Sorry, there was a gnat. So that their impact and stories may be imparted to the general public. Consider this website a digital museum. We split into different wings pages that can be found throughout the menu. So, this is unfiction. If you don't know what unfiction is, think stuff like Welcome Home, any sort of Slenderverse project, The Sun Has Vanished. What's a good one? What's a really popular one? Any alternate reality game, any ARG, anything of that sort. So this is presented as kind of an alternate reality where these characters actually existed and all of these things that are going to be shown absolutely like happened and all that other stuff. So just keeping that in mind. The Creative Archive, resting place of broadcast and print media. Here you may view magazine covers, animation production materials, newspaper articles, cartoon advertisements, and more. This collection is the pride and joy of the PennDOG Creative Project. Creative history. Information regarding involved artists, places, studios, and more. Anything that... Hold on. Anything that has had a part in the PCL's creative history will be discussed there. You should check out my favorite article on Barbara Massey. I'm very proud of this. Very proud of that article. Notable characters, where you can read about cartoons such as Maisie the Mutt to learn the history behind or to learn the history behind obscure mascots like Telelectric. Jesus Christ. Sail through the oceans of information on puppet superstar Dorothy Doo, or sweeten up your trivia with Beatrice B.E. That is one of the B's that was in the trigger warning. By the way. Have you ever had the Imaginarium? Have you ever had an imaginary friend? Do you have drawings, old or new, of what they looked like to you? Send them over to be eternalized in the Imaginarium, where you can also see other submissions. The update page. Please consider our articles to be living documents. From time to time, they will update as we confirm and revise information. When this happens, you can check the updates page to see where info has been added, redacted, or changed. This page is also for updates of the future of the website, monthly activities, and answering questions submitted by you. This page is admittedly more personal and about my experiences with art, and I maintain an archive. About page, learn about myself and those who have helped put this site together. An ARG, vaguely know the genre, came across Minecraft one once and didn't catch on at first because it had stuff like kidnappings, and I just thought it was creative creepy guy, lol, because people always do long style essays on topics. Creative creepy guy. Anyway, this page also contains important information on how we work, about how we work, and what to be aware of while reading or exploring the pages of this digital archive. Digital library. So, that is everything about, all this, the preamble, as it were. So let's dive straight in to some of the characters. So, we have Maisie the Mutt, Dorothy Doo, Beatrice B.E., Telelectric, Miss Hecate, or Hecate, I guess. Some people call her Hecate, I call her Hecate. Millie Moonbeam, Wistful Winnie, Lancer, Slishy Slasher, Seymour, and Strawberry, Minerva Woeful, and that's it so far. That's it in terms of, the ones listed here. There are definitely a lot more characters inside of these articles, but, So, Potter, you're the only one here, it looks like. Who do you want to go for? Who do you want me to dive into first? Oh, let me just hold on. Oh, whoops, wrong one. We have something to listen to. I don't know. Just pick one, dude. Which one looks the most interesting? Again, Maisie the Mutt, Dorothy Doo, Beatrice B.E., Telelectric, Miss Hecate, Millie Moonbeam, Wistful Winnie, Lancer, Slishy Slasher, Seymour Strawberry, and Minerva Woeful. If you want to pick one, I will. I have a favorite. Slishy Slasher. This one's a bit of a sad one. Jane Prell's infamous character, The Slishy Slasher will feature in several of her later works, and typically depicted in abstract nightmarish landscapes, either being tormented by them or being the perpetrator of the events within them. Not much can be said about Slishy Slasher's backstory and history, as what we know comes from rumor, gossip, and vague accounts of Prell's own words. The Slishy Slasher was a manifestation or metaphor for her borderline personality disorder and her struggles with it. But what the character's motivations were, and what her angles were, and the past she endured are unknown. However, the current work, the restoration of the Stars and Blue storybook based on the notes left behind by Prell, this character's history should be hopefully revealed in time. The Slishy Slasher was often depicted by Jane as a murderous tall woman with an abstract swarm of arms at her employ that she'd use to chop up puppets, people, and ideas with a grinning scarlet smile. She was depicted doing this in a very casual way, her human arms typically stuffed in her pockets. I need to fix my sleeping schedule 24 hours from now. I gotta get up early. Hey, Snake, how you doing? Hold on, can I just... Yeah, give me a second. I'm burning alive. Let me just do this real quick so I can have it. Snake. For 2 years, I have finished the Phoenix Wright trial. So what are we doing? We're exploring a fun horror unfiction site. Do you see this list? This big list of things? These are phobias and triggers and stuff that is included in this project. So, if you don't think you can handle any of this, fuck the police coming straight from the underground. Then please feel free to, like, I won't be offended if you don't watch the stream because you can't handle any of these, which is fine. Like, that's whatever, you know? In fact, we're dealing with body horror right now with Slishy Slasher. This is Slishy. Say hi. Let's see. Yeah, she was depicted in this very casual way. Typically stuffed in her pockets, and herself leaning to the side with her additional arms, went to work chopping, slicing away with straight razors. However, in her later work, the murderous agenda would be changed into something a bit more abstract, cutting the ribbons of people and breaking them apart. This could be seen as a more elegant metaphor for destroying relationships via cutting the red thread of destiny. Based on the notes we have recovered from Jean's digital footprint, we can discern that Slasher was a deeply unhappy and jealous individual. Her early drawings of the character would see them demanding people to look at them and muttering jealous bile and insults at her targets. It's no wonder that the people took the drawing personally and ostracized the artist. However, I can't help but feel that, messy and poorly explained as they were, these words were not directed at anyone but Jean herself. A portrayal of how she perceived DPD was manifesting within herself. Simply put, the Slishy Slasher was a hateful depiction of herself, an extremely self-loathing individual that eventually became self-fulfilling destiny. We probably shouldn't have started with this one. Reading stream, Lava Pot's reading us a bedtime story. This is the worst bedtime story. A later illustration of the planner completed with written notes, the character was described as eventually finding something other than life she currently lived, which is very interesting to think about. This definitely matches what I've read of the Stars and Blue storybook, a work planned but never completed by Jane Perrell, which I am working with other artists to complete. In the drafts of the book, Slasher was described as eventually falling into another world, the story switching from horror, loneliness, and digging down to community, restorative justice, and mental wellness. An interesting character, not as famous as well-known. 180. It's really just because I don't do this. There we go. bugs me if I see notifications. Interesting character, not as famous or well known, and definitely not as popular as other characters left in the archive. But one I thought our readers would appreciate learning about. So, we're not just going to be reading here. We're going to be seeing if we can't figure out some puzzles, find some hidden elements along the way. Gotta go to Denise's house to look after a massive dog. So, first off, let's see. Are there any things that in the Slishy Slasher that aren't highlighted? No, of course not. Other one. Then also your tab. If there's anything. Oh yeah. Interesting. Nope. Okay. Neat. It has the music, by the way. Do I need to turn it up, turn it down? What's going on? Do that. Here, let's do something a little bit. Let's do someone a little bit more fun, like Lancer. my favorite. I love him. Let's do Lancer here. Not too much on Lancer, but what there is on Lancer is very fun. So, the creation of syndicated newspaper artist Louis Pardane, Lancer the paper fiend, was an icon of the early 20s and late 40s, early 20s to late 40s. Created during Pardane's employment at the Calbridge Chronicle, the comic titled Lancer in the Inkwell would revolve around Lancer's interaction with the reader, the space around him, and the text and speech bubbles and borders of the comic. It was a very meta fourth wall breaking comic strip, and fairly well regarded by readers for its funny, inventive usage of the medium. Lancer's personality in these comics can be described as very curious, but easily irritated, pestered character who would often fight with the reader or the artist. He was a strong-headed creature that often employed physical violence to get what he wanted, and would sometimes erupt into angry blobs of text that covered the page. In one of his most well-known strips, he took a pen, stabbed the wall behind him, and words poured into the room. It was gags like these that drew fans to buy the paper just for Lancer's antics. When Pardane left Calbridge Chronicle to build the fledgling Liquid Laugh Pictures with close friend Ivan Hoth. Close friend. Close friend. Dive into this. They're definitely a little bit more than close friends. Several other artists would attempt to fill the role for drawing of the Lancer in the Inkwell. However, due to various personal work and life-related issues, the replacements tended to quit within 1 or 2 months. Comics were never quite the same following Pardane's departure. I left and came back. What is happening? We dove into Slishy Slasher. It was a little depressing, and now we're going into Lancer, which is a lot less depressing. Going to get PlayStation Premium so I can download Orcs Must Die 3 and play it with Santal. Might as well play the old Ratchet & Clank games. Oh, nice. They were lacking the event of fourth wall breaking they were once known for. Within 2 years, the comic ended its run. Although Calbridge owned the right to Lancer, Pardane continued to draw non-commercial out of the character long after his departure. My bedtime is in 1 minute. Maybe you should go to bed then. Remained afterwards was archived in his apartment. Oh, hold on. Commercial art, yeah. Most of his art would be given away to friends and family. I'm charging things. I see. What remained afterwards was archived in his apartment home. In fact, the last thing Pardain ever drew was Lancer, because in the 60s, he was found deceased at his home office mid-drawing. Lancer has a statue built. Move bedtime to 3 hours from now. Lancer has a statue built in honor of Pardain's legacy, located outside the Calbridge Chronicle historical building. I love this little guy. I love him so smart. I love him so smart. I love him so much. He's just a funky little dude. I love him. Ah! I found him. I found something. So, as with Beneath the Ink Machine, as with, a lot of fun-fiction projects, they will have hidden elements like this. And when she entered the room, I think we both knew that you couldn't stay. I wouldn't begin to know what the fuck that means. But it's probably something to do with Lancer. Love it. Let's go into Creative Archives. Sort by tag. Where is he? There he is. Lancer. Here's some of the comics that Lancer had. The short comic is a good example of Louis Pardain's style of cartoons. He focused heavily on the idea of his characters interacting with the space outside the frame, such as articles, words, photos, and even an entirely separate page. Pardain's employers were hesitant to allow this, but were eventually convinced when he insisted that it set a paper apart from the others. Answering the Inkwell, comic strip illustrated by Louis Pardain. Crop 4-panel newspaper. Oh, okay. Look at this. I love this. He throws like a pen, looks like, at the paper. He's like, oh shit. She did it. Pod, guess what game is included with premium? Fucking Dead Cells. Oh no. But I love him. Look at him. Look at this mischievous little bastard. I love him. There's another Lancer in the Inkwell. The specific example shows just how Pardain utilized his unique style to interact with any portion of the newspaper from his comics. He's the sort of person that would possess your computer and force you to play Death State. Readers were confused by this art at first, but eventually it caught on and became popular. Some companies even made special requests for Lancers to interact with their advertisements, and this became a large source of money for the paper. I love this so much. Finds a pen, draws like a window, he looks through it, and it's on the other side of an ad. I would buy this paper just for Lancer. Love this mischievous bastard. It's so good. I mean, that is actually a creative idea that isn't too out of place. When anyone asked about the unique comic character that is Lancer, Pardain would often reply that he was a creature that ate words and called them his home. In addition to this, the Calbridge Chronicle's newspapers were proudly described as Lancer's many homes, though through which he was free to wander. Until they reach Lancer, seems to be modifying them and watching them escape the panels. That's very funny. I like that. It's like a wholesome version of Deadpool. Another of Louis Pardain's comics featuring Lancer. This one appears to be prettying himself up in the mirror. I wonder what for. I've never had to do this. Thank God. Never had the inkling to do this. The inkling. Inkwell, for the 3-panel comic of the Inkwell Imp. Lancer stands in front of a microphone and begins to sing, his music notes piling up around him. Podge is the same temp as the UK in the day. We're going up to 35, though. What do you mean? What do you mean? Oh, as in... That's right, you can see this. Completely forgot about this. 3-panel comics of Lancer the Inkwell Imp. Paces impatiently in front of a clock, briefly pausing to glance up before he paces in circles. I love that. It's so good. I love that it's the same weather, hence why I'm burning. Some of the final Lancer comics created by Louis Pardain. Oh, nice. Before his departure from Kelbridge. These comics show a distractedness from the artist as he prepared to enter a new stage in life with his co-worker Ivan Hoth. As mentioned in Lancer's character page, Louis would continue to discreetly draw Lancer following his resignation. According to colleagues, it would often find doodles of Lancers on things like discarded advertisement, bills. Snack, come visit us. Could be cooler here. If you want, you could wear a mask the whole time you're here. Totally no issues with the idea. Bills and crumpled newspapers. The character was obviously very important to the artist. I buy a Dead Mouse 5 head on Etsy. Characters obviously were very important to the artist. And the matter of Kelbridge owning the IP didn't discourage these drawings. Following his leave from Liquid Laugh in the wake of Ivan Hoff's death, these drawings would increase in output. Louis began to draw the characters in letters to former co-workers, as well as leaving personal comics littered around his small apartment. Again, I love this little guy so much. He's so good. He's so fun. You know, it'd be insane. You know, if I was near you, I'd be wondering car names like an insane person running a car cult. I didn't mean to do that. Meant to go into character mix. There we go. Perfect. Yo, what? What's going on? Remember when I said, yeah, you definitely messaged me about, like, oh, I actually did find a Ford Focus. In your... I rewatched that stream, and you go for it, got an ad for the exact Ford Focus I was thinking of. What is the chances? Like 2 hours before I turned up. Let's see. Who do I want to introduce you guys to? I really like Lucy the Mutt. She is the Mickey Mouse analog. Just letting you know that one right now. Disney is on their way. The Miracle Hound, the Marvelous Mutt, Maisie M. Mutt, is perhaps the most famous character archived on our database. A storied character with a love for the creepy, the ghastly, and the ghoulish, her stories have ranged from the playful follies through slapstick nightmares. Making her debut in the 30s, Maisie was a quick hit with audiences and soon would blaze a trail of success for her studio Liquid Laugh Pictures. She appeared in multiple cartoon spin-off series movies and has, of course, launched the creation of Maisie Land theme park. This is the Mickey Mouse analog, as I said. Maisie made her first appearance in the episode Dizzy Divots as a background character. Head artist and co-studio founder Ivan Hoff liked her design. Oh, Pod to my mother bought Animal Crossing on 3DS. Maybe she will finally get into the game she hates. Games telling her what to do, like Pokemon forcing her to fight. So maybe there. This is too on the nose, lol. Maisie Land. Wait just a second. It'll get a little more on the nose. She will finally get in the game to know what to do. Minnie's house. Jesus. Titty Mouse? Bruh. Just switch the fucking... This game was perfect since the game logic is, here is Island, your home, do what you want. Gets a little bit more on the nose, just watch. Liked her design so much that he reused her design in Maybelle Braybells as a co-protagonist to the studio's regular star Hobble the Hound. However, as time went on, Maisie would overshadow Hobble and become the central face of Liquid Laugh Pictures. Who does that remind you? Hobble the Hound is basically the what's his face? Oswald the Lucky Rabbit analog, because like he was there before Maisie, but Maisie absolutely outshined him. Abandoned in a graveyard, adopted by we should all save up 100k in every stream. Gets to use her voice ever again. Bruh. Is by abandoned in a graveyard, adopted by a living haunted house, raised by hundreds of ghosts, Maisie the Mutt is probably the most morbid cartoon character hosted on this website. Although such elements were not uncommon in older cartoons. Despite being so grim, Maisie's fictional backstory was definitely more fleshed out than other well-known characters like Webby Webster, Mr. Leeds, or even Hobble the Hound. Maisie's association with the supernatural has always been strong, even playing a gravedigger in her original background appearance. So where's Epic Maisie where Hobble shows up again after many years? In this universe? Probably will be. Anyway. Playing great different in her background appearance. While most characters at the time were running away from monsters and being menaced by trumpet-playing ghosts, Maisie would often be found tagging along for the ride and being great pals with similarly ghoulish characters. Maisie is a bit of an anomaly in how her early cartoons portrayed her, since interchangeable roles were not uncommon in early cartoons. However, Maisie would just as often play the villain as she would play the hero during her original run. Most famously in the first episode with her as the protagonist, Red Writhing Gloves, Maisie played a devil-like figure, selling a down-on-their-luck musician her pair of magic gloves for a terrible price. In another episode, White Whittling Shears, Maisie the Mutt would menace a local farmer by shearing his sheep until being caught and benched to the dark forest. Throughout her run, however, Maisie has ultimately been a force for good, antagonizing the haughty and mighty of her cartoon world, while being a sympathizer to any creep, goblin, or otherwise outcast creature. I cannot speak. Over the time, the association with Maisie the Mutt had with rituals, the occult, and the forces of the underworld would be phased out by her owners. Instead, being replaced with the element of her magic hat, providing her powers. Indeed, Maisie's image has changed significantly over the years, not only in visual design, but in surrounding and tone as well. But throughout it all, Maisie has retained the same traits: free-spiritedness, gravitation towards outsiders, and being prone to making any situation worse. Although an immensely popular character, the details of Maisie the Mutt are difficult to parse. As a character with so much fame, she has many varying accounts. From individuals and organizations, we are dedicated to helping you understand the true Maisie, the Maisie of all sides and ages. Let me stop the music for a sec, because we have voice clips.
Well, ain't that a coinky doink? Maisie the Miracle Mutt at your service.
This incorporates so much. They have art, they have music, they have voice acting, they have animation at some points. Ah. There we go. I was about to do it myself, but be gone, bot. All right, let's see. Control A. That is not the right one. That's not the right page to do Control A on. Oops. This one is. Is there any elements that we haven't seen? Imagine the music gets copyright striked. Jesus. Where's the other trick? I know what the other trick was. Going into the code of the site. So, if we go into the code of the site here, we can do stuff like make images disappear. Like, watch. Wrong one. Like, watch. Ta-da! Sometimes images will have stuff behind them, or over them, or they have links, stuff like that. What's this one? Trying to find the aha. Damn. Damn it. Links? Will they also have Zeldas? I see what you did there. Haha. So unfortunately we don't have anything. So I'm gonna do something real quick here. We're gonna go into the not creative history, god damn it. Character index. Find Sledgy Slasher again. I have a large feeling there's gonna be something. God fucking damn it. Okay, guess not. God damn it. Let's have some fun with other characters then. Or we can I can play Thrillville and Thrillville off the rails like oh my god. Oh my god. Those were just such pinnacles of my childhood. Actually, let me go into Creative Archives. Let me also just oh, come on. Get the music going as well. So let's go into when is Maisie the Mutt. Maisie the Mutt comic. I don't remember seeing this. Coming from a background in comic strip illustration, Woodlaugh founder Ivan Hoth would continue to draw comic strips of his characters after leaving the comic strip industry. Here you can see one of the comics featuring Maisie the Mutt and Hobble the Hound. These comics, much like the earlier Liquid Laugh cartoons, were grim in nature and showcased Maisie as a morally ambiguous character. From her earliest days, Maisie was characterized as a regular grave robber and groundskeeper. In Ivan's words, it was a perfect profession for a mutt to have. I remember saying in 90s Day is a bad idea because you needed 60s and 70s and so on. You needed a nostalgia day instead. Huh? I just kind of love this. This one looks like there's probably something on it, so Control A. Fucking nothing, of course. God damn it. Sometimes, like, the thing with projects like these, sometimes there's just nothing. Featuring co-star Maisie, this is a poster from the early cartoons of Hobble the Hound. This particular animation, two companions go dancing through the valley and accidentally anger the spring spirit, Mary Maybelle. These two frequently portrayed as neighbors that got up to trouble, such as antagonizing the local farmers' animals. Although a side character at the start, Maisie would eventually go on to become so popular that she progressed to co-star, then replaced Hobble the Hound altogether. I'm always hoping. Always hoping and praying. Let's see. Yeah, we might not be doing this all night.
Might just go to whatever day after this.
But I do highly encourage exploring this site on your own. It's absolutely a joy. And a journey. Oh, very delayed, but you said which Ford is best in that advert. The red Mustang. Fox body. Following the success of Maisie the Mutt and Liquid Black Pictures, the studio outsourced merchandise production to other companies of this time, resulting in a wide variety of toys, cards, books, and more. Among these trinkets and novelties, Maisie the Mutt dress-up doll emerged as one of the most successful toys. With a lovable smile and body so small that it could comfortably sit in a cup. Cute. This doll charmed children across America. The line sold multiple different outfits, and it became a. Now, is this real or is it 3D art? I don't know. But it could be that it's real. Because not only is this here, but they actually have literal actual puppets. For example, not the creative history, goddammit. Seymour and Strawberry are literal actual puppets that they made. So that Maisie doll could be real. Like, look at and also just look at this, by the way. Just look at all of this cool shit. Look at all of this, like, just wonderfully adorable. So is all of these horror or something? Well, yes. We haven't gotten to much of the horror. That you need to really kind of look for it. Because on the surface, it's just like this cute shit. A lot of it. Some of it isn't all cute. Just to show you another puppet they made. Wait, there's horror? Oh, I thought this movie just, haha, we made up an AU. No, there's horror. I can tell you that one. This is also a puppet they made. Miss Minerva Woeful. Just gonna... So, Minerva is kind of like a horror host, you would say. I think we found the horror. Part of it, yes. So, if you know stuff like Tales from the Crypt, or even stuff like the Creep Show, you know, like where they have horror hosts. Yeah. She one of them. She was in show, what was it called? The main face of the Hallowed Halls. It was a book character. Don't remember a single ad from your streams. I'm not American, not traumatic enough for UK TV. These were kind of like what was it? Goosebumps books that they turned into a TV show, kind of like, you know, Goosebumps was also turned into a TV show. Let's give you a little bit of a taste of Minerva herself. I love her. I love a lot of these characters, as you probably have noticed.
Well, hello, friends. It's been now about ages since someone last stumbled into my quarters. Lucky for you, this puppet operates without quarters. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. But what happens when the eyes are held in the wrong direction? Nothing good, no. The folks over at Troy Brands would tell you, if they still could. In fact, that reminds me of a poem. I shall read it to you now, and you may read along with me below. Down deep through the dirt, under filth and cacophony, twist round the bent bones, and past hollow esophagi. Return home to our mother, and warmth of cytogeny. Burrow darker into limbo, first ring of monotony. Your sister flawed and wrong, anger muddied her flesh. Her sister too a fraud, so ickle and fresh. Darkness swallows and swarms, starlings violent as they thress. Its water thins round and round, dig deeper nonetheless. Each daughter whispered heresy in the symphony of mother. Taradiddle paths stretch and press against one another. Only yet see lustful imago in passing flickers of her, twisting knots in each limb until we cover and smother. Greed tears away what's before us, fills the brood with snickersnee. Build upon tangled daughter, gluttonous hollows of debris. Break through the nothing hiding from sight our jubilee. Spiral down go the sisters in mindless, unfair treachery. Those are all the hints I can give you for now. The puzzling and pondering is not for me to do. Farewell. Stay safe. Until we meet again.
How'd you like her? Suitably creepy. She is so good. And also, if you noticed that there were red words in there, yeah, that is absolutely... those were absolutely important. Those, I think, all tie to... yeah, and all the bold... Bet the video has more in it somewhere in some like caption description of the channel. So no, the red words are what it is. Wait a minute. What? Hold on. Has anyone noticed something in the background of this? Oh man, I can't fucking read that shit. Something in the background of this, and I know it is, and it's backwards too. The Divine Co. All I can make out, lol. Okay, well, thank you for that. That's actually good. Divine. Maybe Court? But yeah, so like all of these words right here, limbo, anger, fraud, violent, heresy, lustful, greed, gluttonous, and treachery. I'm pretty sure all of these are linked to Dante's Inferno, the 9 levels of hell. And if you put those in order, if you put like I'm reminded of a book series I used to read as a kid, 39 Clues or whatever, that had hints in the book, led to stuff on a website. This is exactly what this is. This is exactly what this is. I love these sort of things. Still mad I didn't get my animated emote. Like I said, I highly encourage you to explore this site on your own. I will direct you to the Nightmind video on this. It's like 2 hours long, and it really just covers a lot of the surface stuff, but it does give you some kind of starting points and hints on where to go. But yeah. So, yeah, here's that. There's that. We also have this. Episode 2, Invitations. Oh, that penny. always changing the keys to her crying corner. Regardless, my advice remains the same. A different path this time. But the path to other secrets will be the solve. Long before mine, there were still children who gathered around the television set to learn about their favorite puppet show. Clubs and paper dolls, now memories of another time. Though it's none of my business, of course. What other puppets do or who calls to. The text beneath the images will never hold the answers. The worm, the rabbit, the sailor, and that blue ghoul. Focus on one before chasing another. So this whole page, by the way, it's just hints and tools. For example, how to dissect a body. It's basically all of the things I've been doing. Control and A, right click, mouse inspect, and then do the delete keys. Damn, we got thunder here, loud as fuck. Jesus. So it's been like Winerva is like, hey, here's how you can do things. She is a weirdly guiding force in this. It makes me wonder what her role in all this is, right? It really makes me wonder. Oh, and that puppet show that she was referring to? Another one of the characters here. One of the more famous ones, and one of the ones with more extensive history. Dorothy Doo. I say I love all of these I love the characters all the time. I think I just love all of them. I don't think there's one character I'm like not a fan of. All of them are cool in their own way, or just cute, or just adorable. Also, I love this banner with all the characters. Telly Electric, Beatrice B.E., fucking Maisie the Mutt. What is her name? Hold on. Millie Moonbeam. Lancer, Dorothy Doo, Seymour and Strawberry. Wistful Winnie, Miss Hecate, I think. Minerva Woeful, and Helena Troy. Helena Troy does not have a page here, but she does have a page in other parts of the site. Anyway, let's go to Dorothy Doo. What in the fuck is that? That's supposed to be. Hey, did you notice this one? Did you notice this one? Did you notice this? It's a audio file that we can't access. And the audio file is titled, "Can You Hear Me?" No, I can't, because I can't access you. Anyway. America's favorite sailor, Dorothy Doo is a very interesting character who's got his start in award-winning literature, ascended to puppet stardom, then featured in a landmark animated feature. Of all our characters, besides perhaps Maisie the Mutt, he has gone the farthest across mediums. Created by Barbara Massey as a protagonist of her series of novels, The Deep Blue, Dorothy began life as a sailor in a world completely submerged by water. Hold on, I gotta use my RX vape. Give me a second. While traveling to different islands, he would explore the wonders and treachery of land and sea, always on the move, never returning to the same location twice. These stories would hop from place to place and delighted both adults and children of America with their tales of danger and fantasy. In these novels, Dorothy Doo was characterized by restlessness and desire to do good in the world, hence his original full name, Dorothy Dogood. He was also notable for calmness in terrifying, hopeless situations, and taking the ship under control, so to speak. The Dorothy Doo book series would run for several novels before Barbara was approached with this proposition of adapting Dorothy Doo's adventures into a televised series. Although proposed to be an animated TV show, Barbara Massey had different ideas as well as an unusual amount of control over her project. After contacting friends working at the Silverstein Puppet Theater, she gathered together what would be known as the Deep Blue Team. Notice this underline here, the fact that if we click it, it's a link. Click that in a second. Dorothy Doo and the Deep Blue premiered on the television in the late 1950s, and just like the books, was an intensely popular show for children and families. Each episode would begin with a foreword by Barbara Massey, who would appear again at the end to discuss the episode's events with Dorothy Doo. The puppet for Dorothy was a marvel of puppet crafting, puppeteering, and voice acting. It was commissioned and built over the course of 3 long months, and Dorothy immediately charmed all who saw his face. The show ran for 7 seasons, which is a long fucking time, during which Dorothy would continue his battle to visiting different places, meeting new people, and fighting various foes. The show was so popular, the Dorothy Doo fan club, of course, someone called the Warcatter is playing Battlefield 6 beta, lol. Yeah. The show was so popular that the Dorothy Doo fan club and newsletter was created around season 3, with which excited fans could send letters to Dorothy and get monthly newsletters, gadgets, and more. The popularity of the show convinced Barbara to release an additional smaller series of books, each about one of the recurring Dorothy Doo characters. The entire series could be said to be a staple of any American childhood of the time due to its all-encompassing scope and popularity. There was even a short run of Dorothy Doo comics that ran for about 30 issues. After season 6, the animation studio Copper Bell Productions approached Barbara Massey with proposals to create an animated movie. Gnats are fucking annoying. And his adventures through a brand new ocean. After many years of production, the Dorothy Doo movie would be released to the public, as well as and so well received and successful that it was nominated for an Annie Award. Want to hear something funny? So I always make fun of how unreliable my sister's history of VWs are, as well well, I'm not joking. I'm playing the rally game and I had 3 teams of 2 join them. Had reliability that VW did not. Lol. They're nominated for an Annie Award. Dorothy would make 2 more animated appearances in a Halloween special and a New Year's celebration special. At the beginning of season 7, Barbara Massey announced the end of the Dorothy Doo show, and after many years of working with Dorothy, she felt she had told all the stories she had to tell with the character, and laid him to rest before retiring. Despite this, Dorothy had remained an icon of cartoon and puppet history to this day, and with several well-regarded fan clubs springing up to replace the original Dorothy Doo fan club. So, about this. Let's watch. Shall we?
Delivering safe,
God
clean,
damn it!
reliable, and affordable water to your family and ours.
Every time. It's supposed to be a little quiet. Doesn't that make you want to watch that show? Yo, you just reminded me. Reminds you up with that. Also, let me see if there's anything.
No, of course not. No, like, highlighted things you can do.
Podge, ever heard of a game, Amanda the Explorer? It's got these sort of vibes. Analog horror? Yes. I have heard of that. It is actually on my Steam wishlist. An innocent cartoon character focused on a VHS gets more and more creepy and disturbing, and they leak into real life. Yep, that is absolutely. I have heard of that one, and I am very familiar with analog horror. Very familiar with analog horror. Okay, so go ahead and just select elements. Not, oh, yes. Okay, well, that didn't do much. Hmm. If you use an analog controller on a PS1 to play a horror game, is that analog horror? I mean, technically. Analog horror is just a genre, really. There is the big picture thing. Where is the huge... Sweet. Fucking nothing. OMG, you so beautiful, shiny, creamy. My Goldie. I don't think you should be describing me as creamy. It's a little weird. If I can't, I'm trying to find something. Trying to find something here. Let's see, where is? Let's see, maybe if I can. Okay, I guess they all have something here. Imagine if there was a way to make the faded audio thing work. Look, there's gotta be. There has to be. Has to be a way to make that thing work. You know, imagine if they had creepy voices that play really subtly and randomly, so you debate if you're just hearing things. Oh, there are definitely pages that do that. I have an idea. This probably isn't the solution. Wait a minute. Wait. Why are there two of those? Hey, Potter. Oh, hell yeah, baby. Let's go. All right, well. Oh, fuck yeah. Okay. This is something I have not heard. So, a lot of the stuff that I've shown you, I've heard, I've seen. I haven't heard this one. Let's see what it is. Oh, I'm excited. Son of a bitch. Hold on. I can unfade it. If I can unfade it, I can make it play. If I can unfade this damn thing, I can make this fucking thing play. Alright? I know what I'm doing. What the fuck? I know what I'm doing. Delete. Maybe now. Oh, maybe now. Oh. Yeah, baby. Okay.
Can you hear me?
Huh. I don't know what I was expecting it to be. But it is definitely a little bit more like a wait, like it is definitely more a little creepy, you know, just kind of like, wait a minute. Can you like it's just it kind of reads as like a, oh shit. Is he sentient?
Can you hear me?
Oh, by the way, I forgot to play this.
Greetings. I am Dorothy Dew, America's favorite sailor. Remember, kids, sleep 8 hours at sea and keep one eye open. I feel like everyone's lost at sea. No lighthouse to be seen, and it's all... everyone is... sinking.
Yeah, I could basically not hear that either. But hey, we got something to work. America's favorite sailor, Pop Up, how to bring that beef to spinach sandwich. So yeah, but like we got something to work. We got something to work. So you know what? I will count that as a win. I wish it was a little bit more, but let me go to the character index. We go to creative archives. We go to sort by category. No, not sort by category. Shit, sort by tag. Where is Dorothy Dew? There you are. Look at all this shit, by the way. Dorothy, oh my god. Sorry if you heard that. Oh my god. You don't even need to do anything to this one. This is just horrifying. Added severely deteriorated a Halloween mask of a puppet with an orange nose and orange hair. One eye completely missing. The other eye is nearly rotted away. Heard what? You hearing things? No, it was. I guess you didn't hear it. It was home noise. Fun home noise. Just look at this thing, though. Horrifying. Reminds me of the old, like, Mickey Mouse masks and Minnie Mouse masks. No, I did. I was trying to make you pair. God, fuck you. Stupid. Stupid son of a bitch. let's see. I made my co-driver a girl called Freya. Like Freebird song. Yes, I made her American. Oh, by the way, I do want to show you this one. Following the success of Dorothy Doo and the Deep Blue series, many had secondhand or re-released book covers would be generated and distributed by to the public. Unfortunately, as is the case, even popular franchises Dorothy Doo, preservation was not on the minds of many people at the time, leaving any of these books covers to be lost to time. So, photograph of a book cover featuring Dorothy Doo leaning reclined over the edge. The porthole. The book cover is blue and faded. All the text is faded away as well. Take a look at this image, just real quick. Notice where his eyes are looking. Just kind of looking off, you know. The Mast Foundation is the foundation that preserves a bunch of stuff from Barbara Massey, especially Dorothy Doo. He's supposed to be very androgynous. Notice the eyes here, though. Notice how they're almost looking at you. This was provided by the Mast Foundation, which is the show me the last one again. Looking at you. Looking to the side. Looking at you. Looking to the side. Burn it. So this one was provided by the foundation that like manages all of Barbara Massey's property and shit. So, like, just the fact that this was what was released to the public, and this was probably... This I mean, combine that with, can you hear me? I don't know, you know, it's just it's a little weird, huh? I, of course, wanted to show you that one. Dorothy Doo intro tune. Hold on.
Beyond the waves of ocean blue, I sail to tell my tale to you. In seas that tongues of lands unknown, these fantastical tales I intone. So drift along to be forever blue. Follow friends.
I'm Dorothy Doo.
What? I could not hear that. I will absolutely have to, you know, it's not very loud, or are we all dull? Yeah, it's not very loud. I'm definitely gonna have to listen to that after stream. Probably with the headphones. So these are all the characters in the show that you would see, like Captain Lydekker, Brightfin, the map keeper who was looking like a map herself. These were all going to be puppets, by the fucking way. Hang glider, a Seabiscuit, the seal, the historian, the floaters, Captain Cadaver, the cook. Ah, yes. Forgot about this. You click on puppets, you go into here. Simpler times. So, now I don't know if it's still the same here. But what were the levels of hell that these were all in? Let's just see. Dante's levels of hell. There's levels of heaven too. I didn't know that one. Oh, if I could just... Oh, that doesn't help. Oh, no, it does. Kind of does, I guess. So... Actually, I should probably not show some of that. Well, that was definitely a little bit lewd. Let's just do this one. Okay. So, first simple. So that was okay. Hold on. That would that was limbo. So limbo is 1. Where is anger? I would assume wrath, because violence is there. I would assume wrath. So 5. 5. Fraud. 8. So violence is 7. This is how it's gonna go. 7. This is how things with unpictured projects go. Heresy. Heresy. 6. So many fucking tabs open. Lust. 2nd. Kind of surprised, to be honest. Two. Greed. Avarice is 4. And the avarice is basically avarice is greed. Gluttony. 3. I don't think this is the password for it, but we can always fucking try. What am I doing? And treachery. 9. No harm in fucking trying. Let's see. Please try again. Fuck. Hmm. 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 To what do we do things with? Hmm. So we have something to listen to. There was another thing. There was another Dante's Levels of Hell, like that you would use Dante's Levels of Hell for. Don't remember what the fuck it was though. I didn't copy, just in case. I can't copy it apparently. Nope. Just gonna go ahead and just that. Yeah. All right. There was definitely a thing though. Here, I think if you go into here, there's a thingy. Whoa! Would you look at that? Text in the background here. Wait a minute.
Inspect element.
Enhance. Zoom. Enhance. Oh shit. Hold on, wait. You can just do Control A. Okay, so you have Irene and Hank. Oh, I know what these are. So let's read these and then I will give you a little bit of a backstory. Irene is considering telling her new friend group that her name is really Irene and not Kennedy. Tonight seemed like the right time to make the big jump when everyone was distracted and in a joyous mood. It sounded so easy in her head, but now it seems so completely unreasonable and illogical and dangerous. So she miserably sits at the side of the party, watching everyone sway and churn like the great wave of a black witch hats and crappy silk leggings. She was hoping that during the big show she might slip out or grab a friend or two to sneak out with, causing a commotion. She hadn't wanted to come to a party, but her friends had insisted. She was the art guy of the crew. Oh. And yes, the prospect of seeing something lost to history and then triumphantly unearthed was exciting to her. She looked forward to how much she could be in front of. Yeah. Came to the same realization, did you? She looked forward to how she could be learned from one little tape, but she had heard whispers of it, of how it had been obtained. And if they were at all true, the thought filled her with bile. Doing her best not to look like much of anything, her head jolts up when the music. And then that ends. And we have Hank. Hank is here with friends, but somewhere in the commotion they got separated. He doesn't remember how they ended up dancing. He ended up dancing with this person, but music makes it feel alright, and he's never felt freer in his entire life. How they ended up at the party feels unimportant too. Everyone just seemed to gravitate here, knowing that tonight this gaudy, tacky house would be the turning point of youth, and their cheers would shake the world. Tomorrow he plans to sleep in and skip classes, as are most everyone here. But until then, he sways and weaves through everyone and everything. His body current and the wave flowing through the house like electricity. There's a tension in the air he's not familiar with, but he can only assume that it's due to the big showing he's been told has been planned for tonight. Something about history, cartoon history, and how what was being shown here was going to rock the art community to the core. He isn't sure what all that means. He just wants to enjoy his time dancing and talking and living the absolute most of his life. This world was too busy for things like history and art. They had meetings to schedule and people to sit down with. Tonight was just a brief reprieve. Had the walls always been so blindingly white? He said to himself something miraculous. Hank and Irene. Let's read something here about one of the members, Ikak. Him. Ikak was an associate responsible for many of the recovered screenshots and animations found on the site. Through collaboration with his group, the Found Finders, we have been able to recover many cartoons and illustrations once thought completely lost. And after that, we go to the updates. Updates have had, these were just side updates and all that, but this is like Penny's, Penny would come in and, do updates. Exciting news. Hi, everyone. I have some big news for you. As you know, we've been working with Ikak and the Found Finders for a while now to hunt down the history behind art mystery Miss Hecate. And Miss Hecate is like a big mystery. They don't know how she started, when or like what she was really for. For the longest time, it's been thought that her original 1930s cartoon had been lost forever. Even today, we do not know what her designs what her designs prior to 1950 looked like until now, because Ikak and friends found a VHS containing one of Hecate's original cartoons. This is super exciting. Ikak and friends are going to be hosting a party to watch, and I'm excited to attend. Afterwards, we'll update our site with the first big break in the mystery of the character. I can't wait. Penny M. Halloween. Happy Halloween, you all. I'm stuck inside. Seasonal bug I caught is killing me, and as much as I'd love to attend Ikak's party and see the cartoon recovered, I cannot travel feeling like this. I don't want to get everyone else sick, so I'll be there in spirit. But I hope you all are having a wonderful Halloween. Stay safe and out of trouble. Penny M. Emergency. Let's get the chill music out for a second. I can't think right now, and I can't be here right now. Something really bad happened last night, and I'm not okay. I can barely stand up at all. I feel like I'm going to be sick. I don't understand what's going on. Hiatus. In the words of Starbum, shut up that Jill group. Hello, everyone. I'm severely sorry for the panic. I am okay, but I have some upsetting news to share with you regarding the member of the team. On Halloween, Ikak and several of his friends left this world. The reasons behind their death are not being disclosed to the public at the time. There are speculations and rumors around, but out of respect for the families and everyone involved, I will not be giving these rumors substance by spreading them. I'm devastated. Just curse tape like the ring. Just typing this update was the result of several friends pressuring me to post just to let people know I'm okay. But I'm not okay. Nothing feels okay right now, and things probably won't ever be okay because my friend is no longer in this world, and that's so unfair. We didn't even get to spend one last Halloween together, and I never got to tell him how important he was to me. I won't be online for a while. The rest of the team is taking a hiatus as well. Please respect my privacy at this time. I'm in a really bad way mentally. I don't know how much more I can take without people prying into my business. Penny M. So, Irene and whatever his name was, I forgot his name. God damn it. Those two accounts sound a little bit more like, oh no, they were at the party. What happened at the party? Oh no. So, there's also, fuck yeah, Drew cameo. So there's also something in the Creative Archives, I'm pretty sure, about Miss Hecate. that has another account by a person at the party. Hackgate. Miss Hackgate. Nope. Okay. Here. And even you'll notice that this archive is dedicated to ICAC. We miss you so much. All of the Heckgate stuff is dedicated to ICAC because he was a big person when it came to getting all the Heckgate stuff. Okay, not everything is, I guess. Some of it is. Damn it, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Oh, is it this one? It might be this one. No, it isn't. Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot about this. I forgot that this is what greets you when you click that image. Salgo returns. Salgo was here. But yeah. More horror. It's not this one. God damn it. Which one is it? What image is it in which they have another fucking... It's not Helena Troy, is it? Might be. Hold on. Nope. Damn it, not category. Is it this one? Son of a bitch! This creepy words is just like having ADHD. Damn it, I don't remember which one it is. Oh, bitch. There was another thing in which you could find an account. Like another account of, like someone at the party, and I don't remember which one it is. I wonder. Oh, okay. Well, now that we're done with all the like heavy stuff, we can just do this real quick. Just oh. All right. Let's see. You know, while I try to find this, let's actually go on a 10-minute break so I can actually also get a drink. We're going to take a 10-minute break as per the usual. So I suggest you guys go get a snack, go get a drink, go to the bathroom, stretch your legs, feed your animals if you have any, think you need to be fed, and also let them out. Stupid fucking gnats. And as always, we'll have our good friend Sora running the stream while we are on. We'll see you guys 10 minutes. Ugh, God. Sorry about that. We're back. And I found out where the fuck the other account is. It's on Miss Hecate's page herself. So, while we're here, we might as well read up on Miss Hecate as well. So, on our most perplexing and hard to document character is, if this is the first time you have heard about Miss Hecate, you are in the majority. For this character has survived only through written literature, defaced artifacts, and vague historical accounts. It is unknown what exactly Hecate looked like in her original incarnation. Copies of her design in the 50s have been recovered, but earlier than that, the trail goes cold. The only very damaged artwork, this gives us a little indication of her original cartoon appearance, brought to our attention by an associate. This character is one of the core reasons which we have made the PenDog Creative Library. The winding trail of accounts and messy documentation are just as interesting as the cartoons Hecate herself featured in. From what we can glean from history books, Hecate was a female cartoon existing well before Maisie the Mutt, which features running well into the first years of the dog's run. We know from written description that she had horns, red gloves, a worm-like appearance, and a scarlet smile. You know who else had a scarlet smile? Slishy Slasher. Anyway, in songs documented from her old cartoons, she was described as having a personality like corpse flesh with skin tone to boot. If I am ever described as having a personality like corpse flesh, I think I would be insulted. Horns and worm? Iron Mouse? Is she a worm? Is she a worm? However, after this point, accounts, she has a worm model. Yes, got it, okay. Accounts regarding her become very, very hard to find. There are clues indicating a very storied history. As we find them and verify this information, we will excitedly relay our findings to you. At the moment, we only have a single, very poorly maintained voice line of Hecate. We feel that regardless of the terrible condition it has been retrieved in, you are entitled to listen. We will listen to that after we read Amy's account of the party. Amy was a graduate student, entering her first year of animation, and she had never felt so awake in her life. All her years, she had never found any clarity in the business of working at the old mom-and-pop store at the edge of her hometown. When she had gotten her acceptance letter from the university, her parents had been uncertain whether to cringe or force fake smiles on their features. However, she hadn't cared. This was the future she chose for herself, and was drunk off the idea of finally having a choice over where her life went. Amy had been absent from the class from the first day, as the seasonal flu striking the worst possible time. She cried that night, thinking that she had immediately mangled her new life. However, the next class session, everyone welcomed her with open arms. Well, from a distance, and with masks. She, through her own mask, had smiled and felt the greatest comfort she'd had in her entire life. When a friend of a friend had invited them both to a Halloween party, Amy had been the first to accept the invitation. All her life, she had been wanted to be in the arts and around other artists. This party, she thought, would be the next big step in becoming a part of something special. An entire generation of artists would welcome her into the fold. At the party, Amy sat on the couch, her drink full and lukewarm between nervous hands, as she did her best to keep up with the conversation. She heard mumblings that there was something amazing being shown tonight. A part of animation history. She felt her skin tingle at the words and the laughter and drunken singing all mixed together. She had all the time in the world, I think. Hold on. There's a way to remedy this. Wait, what the fuck? Why did these words suddenly mess up when we're gonna have to explore that. Anyway. She heard mumblings, blah blah blah. But she had all the time. She had all the time in the world to join the revelry. She just needed a moment to get her bearings. It may be something for her nerves. As the music of the party took on a strange and beautiful pitch, Amy looked up when. Another one bites the dust. Another one gone. Another one gone. Another one bites the dust. Hey, we're gonna get you too. Huh. Wait a minute. Why does it, when I go into this, it gets all muddled, but... Huh. Also, if you noticed, the image for Miss Hecate looks like it's, like bubbling. Or moving weird. Oh, this is the audio for Miss Hecate, by the way. You can really hear the corpse flash in her voice. That is a spectrogram. I would not know how to fucking run that through a spectrogram, but it's a spectrogram. Beautiful voice. Hi, Skynet. Also, God damn.
The FDA, Food and Drug Administration of America, wants you to take a look at the following Troy Beauty brand products. Looks good, right? Perhaps they could serve as a lovely gift for children. Wives, even. Well, our scientists say no. No, they don't. Troy Beauty products have been removed from all stores and establishments due to their large amounts of acidic properties. Among the harmful effects that these properties could have on your system are severe chemical burns on the skin, eye irritation, lung damage, intoxication if ingested, and potentially death. Doesn't sound so lovely anymore, hmm? If you keep one of these products in your household, discard it immediately. If you or someone you know has used these products, visit the nearest hospital as soon as possible. Please, consider spreading this information. This announcement will continue to air until poisoning cases involving the Troy Beauty brand cease. Remember, we care about your health. We care about you.
Sponsored by Bartleby Brands. By the way, yeah, that's true. I don't remember what the fuck to use for this one. Transfer to the jungle yet. In that case, profile is a pretty playable audio file. Make it a visual guide and you'll find it. God damn it. Reporter Road is not right, right and has a kink in it. Are you kinky shaming? Stupid. I was joking about learning. I guess you gotta know. Well, yeah, I guess I gotta know. Okay. So... And that's not even the password for this one. It's the password for this. So I'm assuming, Torbeck, waiting for the laptop to load a little. So, also notice that that's Maisie. Look at all this shit. Look at this fucking art. Look at this art. This art is fucking great. I love it. Anyway, wrong one. Okay, so good news is that we can download it. Have you done your research? That's what the audio file is called? Okay, how do spectrogram? I'm leaving this here. I don't need this anymore, to be honest. I will keep this up just in case. Just in case anyone is here, look at all these tags. Look at all of them. Do you not like any of them? You might not want to watch. Just letting you know. Okay, so first up, spectrogram. Chrome Music Lab. What? Not what I was thinking of. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Come on. What is a spectrogram? You can draw the screen to make sound. Microphone use clip detector. Okay, is there a way? Aha! No, go back. Go back. Shit. How do I... Is there a way I can, like... Oh, Jesus. Not what I meant to do. Is there a way I can see this? Fuck! Hold on. There's a simpler way of doing this. It's the same way I found this. It's fucking Nick's video. Give me a second. Where the fuck is the spectrogram thing? Think about the spectrogram. And they talk about... Aha!
Some things are just
God.
better together. Introducing U.S. Bank Business Essentials, a powerful combination of checking and card payment processor.
Turns up a wicked.
Someone said... Give me a second. What do they say about the thing? Is it Percy Farewell? Oh, foul. Wheel. Percy. Wheel. Shit. Maybe it's not Percy Wheel.
Wikipedia article for Percy Fawcett.
Fawcett. Percy Fawcett. Got it. Maybe the... Okay, maybe no cases. Percy Fawcett. 1867? Shit. Maybe it's just 1867? Son of a bitch! Look.
Unknown year. Quick search turns up a Wikipedia article for Percy Fawcett. He was a British geographer, artillery officer, cartographer, archaeologist.
Maybe it's 1925 then. Maybe it is a jungle. Oh, oops, that was the wrong one. 1925. Ah! Whoa! What the hell? Dreadnought of the Jungle. Okay. Whoa, you're here early, pal. Way too early. Me and the team are still setting up for the big event. Don't worry. Don't worry, though. You can chill out in the living room until then. Grab a drink, prepare yourself to see something wonderful. Oh. Oh. I understand now. This was the location of the party where everyone disappeared and or died. And these are some of the guests, I'm assuming. I understand. And the connection to Percy Fawcett is Percy Fawcett went into the jungle and mysteriously disappeared. These motherfuckers watched a thing with Miss Hecate and mysteriously disappeared. I'm assuming this is also a spectrogram. Oh, what? Can you guys hear that? At all? Probably not, huh? Nope. Okay. Let's see. I think I know how to fix that. Second. Add executable. Okay. Learn that stuff. Now you should be able to hear it. Hold on. There it is.
Something wonderful. Special. The party. Something wonderful. The party.
Well, that was something. Not exactly sure what it is. Oh, wait, I've just noticed something. Give me a second. So we got this one. That's perfect. Wow, holy shit. Amazing what you can do with just a few passwords. Okay, so before the party, we already got that crap. This is Inferno, so this is where we put in the Dante password. So it's 1 5 1 5 8 7 6 2 Did anyone get anything out of that party audio, by the way? Like, did anyone catch anything, like, audio-wise that was, like, interesting? Because I couldn't in all of those voices. Greed. Which is 4 3, right? Besides hearing something wonderful near the end, not much, okay. 4 3 9. Okay, 4 3 9. 4 3 9. Ah, here it is. Oh god. Yep. Yeah, hey, so if you do not like blood, you might want to fucking turn away. Because this is where blood comes in. Blood is a big part of this. It is gross. Very, very gross. Transcribed by Vincent Teller, Pendog Historian. Interview between Vincent Teller and Kelly H. about her experience with Helena Beauty Brands. V. Thank you for meeting with me, Kelly. Sorry for the lateness. I caught some traffic on the way up. Oh, it's no problem. I appreciate you traveling all the way up here to talk about the accident. I'm a little surprised anyone would care enough to come get my account of things. Such a big deal back in the day, but hardly anyone seems to remember it anymore. Didn't think anyone would care. I care. I think it's important to keep stories like yours circulating. Well, where do you want me to start? I've only been interviewed once. I was young back then. Why not tell me a bit about how you ended up at Helena Beauty Brands Expo? Oh, that's an easy question. every little girl in the 60s used Helena products. Helena Troy was a household face. She was, oh, how did the old adverts refer to her? The pretty friend of every girl and gal. Some friend she turned out to be, though. But yes, I was one of the many little girls who preened in the mirror, combed their hair, and painted their nails with Helena products. I'm getting a little nauseous looking at it. Got the advertising jingle stuck in my head often. And I pinned up pages from Helena beauty magazines walls. The next issue arrived in the mail. Sometimes my father would lift me up on his shoulders so I could plaster another page to the wall at the very top. I remember my mother teaching me how to paint my nails with Helena nail paint. Those were happy times. Even now, I can't bring myself to feel bad about them. Again, Helena was a big name. People were excited about their products, and looking at it now, I'm not sure why people were that excited. Done my own digging for closure, you understand. And the products they were selling, honestly, weren't all that special. Maybe even sub-quality compared to what was being sold at the time. I guess the power of marketing made up for the lackluster nature of their products. So the sensationalism of it all, and new big labels with a cute cartoon on them too. But the expo, was it? When it was announced, I actually signed up to be a special guest through the mail in a magazine for him, and well, someone had to win, I guess. Just wished it hadn't been me. The winners were to be given free Helena dresses, beauty products, and the chance to demonstrate in a live advertisement how the new products worked. When the letter came in the mail, and I had won, I ran around the house waving it around, slept with it underneath my pillow every night until the big day. I was so excited, so young, filled with dreams of being able to show up to my friends and and one day being a famous star. The day of the expo, I hurtled out the door into the car, kicking my feet as my dad drove down to the big event. I was the first one. Was the first one at the car door. I remember that for sure. The moment that the vehicle parked, I hopped out onto the ground and below and sprinted off. I would have gotten lost. My mother and grabbed my arm at the last minute. People were bustling around, dressed up the best they could. Some better than others, all eager to show off. The air was charged with excitement, anticipation, and remembering it now, it makes me feel a little sickly. Regardless, I was greeted at the entrance by a Helena representative who took our coats and handed them to another worker who slipped into the reception area. Representative guided us through the network of beauty stations and pop-up displays, pointing things out and explaining the reasoning innovations from Helena that I was not paying attention to. I was more focused on my own little internal world. The fact I was here all felt like a dream. Only snapped out of my little celebration when the guide stopped and I nearly ran into him. Steadying myself, I found that he arrived at the podium from which the special guests and important company representatives would be addressing the expo attendees. It was a stage in the shape of a large half circle. Frilly curtains and flower pots around the sides filled to the edges with white flowers. And the back was a large poster, almost as large as the stage itself, of Helena Troy. Her expression, coy and playful as always. With the help of my father, I was hoisted up on the platform, took my place next to several other people. Some young girls like myself, some much older than me. I could talk about a couple of the product demonstrations, but it wouldn't add anything to the story. I can only talk so long before I get tired, so I will get to what you're here to hear about. Skin cream. A revolutionary new product from Helena beauty brands that left a woman's skin silky, soft, and smooth like no other product out there. Went to the front of the podium, demonstrated the application. Something to think of now makes me really uncomfortable. But otherwise, it was not noteworthy. We completed the expo, I went home, slept soundly, pulled into a deep dream by the excitement of the day. It was around 4 a.m. when I awoke, screaming and feeling like the skin of my arm was about trying to pull away from my body. At this point in the interview, Kelly holds up her right arm, the back of it covered in several circular scars that run down a pattern down her skin. Wonder what caused the injuries. Helena beauty cream. Okay, I've been told I'll probably never be able to use this arm to its full capacity again. I still feel the pain from that night now and again. Seething burning that felt as if my arm had actually been on fire. As if something was trying to burrow through my skin and open into the open air. Used to be right-handed, but I've had to readjust to learn how to do a lot of things with my left hand since then. Still, I got off lucky. A lot of the attendees weren't as lucky as I was. I was rushed to the hospital immediately by my father. Yeah. And with no time to say goodbye to my siblings and mother. The hurry might have saved my life. For a lot of others who attended the expo, the skin cream ate all the way down to their bones. Especially those who hadn't just applied the skin to their arms, but had decided to fully apply it after the expo. It feels so horrible for them. Delayed reaction after content severity worsened over time, I've been told. You probably know the rest. Big trial, several executives forced to pay for myself and other survivors of rehabilitation. I still receive a small chunk of money every month in the mail now, but nobody was ever forced to apologize. The company simply shut down. The people who made that decision to rush the testing of the cream presumably went on to work at other companies. I never even got to confront them face to face. Wish I could, you know. I don't even know what they look like. People who did this to me. Can't even spit in their face. That was nice. My arm hurts a lot less now that I've talked about all of this. Thank you. End interview. So, how does an arm hurting less just by talking? So it was more along the lines of this. She has been kind of bottling up all of these feelings for a long while. She hasn't really gotten to really express this to anyone besides this one person who is interviewing her. So these feelings have been bottled up and she just hasn't been able to release them. And now that she's released them, the arm the pain almost dissipates a little bit. Because, you know, it's like a weight lifting off your shoulder, except it's a pain lifting off your arm. Just gonna scroll. I know there's a thing here. I know there's a thing. I know there is. I know there's a thing that I can click on, and it might be one of the wounds, which is not fun. Damn it, it's not. Thing, it's a hint. It's not what I meant. I know there's a fucking... I know there is... Or at least there was. Maybe it's even removed. This is making me really sick. I need to actually leave. I need to actually not stare at that. I need to actually not stare at that. Anyway. Anyway, unfazed. I used my hand was randomly bleeding. I hope not to that extent. My God. Oh, God. Snack is secretly living in ARG. I mean, my skin does tear and bleed. ARG, alternate reality game. This is what this is. Unfiction, ARG can be used to describe the same thing. You haven't talked about all the characters yet, have we? No, we have not. Just BE. There's okay, so there's something with Beatrice. I know there is. Hold on.
Rip and tear, the skin is done.
You get more gory than that? I'm not sure. I mean, technically? I mean, let's look at the character. Let's look at the creative archive for just a second. And look at, where is Slishy Slasher? Technically it does. Look at all, like, this is all kind of gory. This is all kind of gory. Yes, cartoon violence. This is way more than cartoon violence, I assure you. But, let's... I know there was a Beatrice BE thing. Oh, it might actually be the... Where was it? New poster, Sugar Spectrum. The Botanical Garden poster. Maybe not. I don't know. Back to Beatrice. Seen on cartoons, candy wrappers, and storefronts around the world, the advertising giant Beatrice BE heralded from Bartleby brands. Sorry. Fucking gnat in this stupid fucking... Oh yeah, that's right. There's also like a B here. I don't like that. Hold on. I have to check something. So in invitations, she tells about the worm, the rabbit, the sailor, and that blue ghoul. So the sailor, we know who that is, right? When we've done a couple of things with Dirty Do. The worm was Hecate. We've done a couple of things with Hecate. The blue ghoul is Slishy Slasher. I know that for a fact. And there's a lot of things you actually have to do with that. There's a whole code. There's a whole coded language that you need to fucking decode. But the rabbit. Who is that? No one here in this archive can be described as a rabbit. There's a dog, there's an imp, there's fireflies, bees, puppets. But no rabbits. Tell me about rabbits. Here, let me research that, and while I research that, we will go ahead and go to break. We'll go to our usual 10-minute break, so I suggest you guys go get a snack, go get a drink, go to the bathroom. Your legs, feed your animals if you have any. If you need that, so let them out. And as always, we'll have our good friend Sora ring the stream while we are gone. So I'll see you guys in a bit, in 10 minutes. Why do they say in a bit? Okay, we're back. So I was looking through things, and I saw on the Deep Blue there were some comments, and I was like, okay, well, let me see. Someone was asking about, like, oh, hey, this one would be unorthodox. Can anyone help me find spooky things on the site? I found about 3. First was obviously the one on the Hecate pick. We've seen that one. Then I found Maisie's Warning. Then that blue rectangle. Then the Come Here story. I don't know what the Come Here story is. I think I know what the blue rectangle is. But I don't know what Maisie's Warning is. So we're going through all of Maisie's pages until we find what we're looking for. Okay. Not here. Maybe here? Damn it.
Where is it? Where is the damn thing?
Fuck. Oh.
Oh, are you? You shouldn't be over here, friend. It's not safe. Although, if you are like me, that must mean you are destined to wander. A boon for me, a curse for you. Even if the thrill of discovery clouds your mind. There's danger for those who wander so deeply. Things less friendly than I lurk here. That desire to know is overpowering. I can't stop you. I can't protect you, but I can give you warning. So heed my words. Be careful, you careless wanderer. Be careful, my friend, of the red lipstick trail. Be careful of her, my friend. Be careful. Careful.
Ah! Good. Always wanted Mickey Mouse to warn me about impending danger. Fuck. Oh, God. Is there anything I can do here? No. The Barrens. I will say the background looks kind of neat. And at first I was like, do I, like, somehow go into the background? Nintendo's coming for you. Why is Nintendo coming for me? 3DS hacked up. Oh, yeah, pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. I'm gonna just be doing shit like this, huh? By shit like this, I really do mean that, like, tonight I'm probably just going to be, like, literally tabbing through every page so that I can see if there's anything. What did she mean by red lipstick trail? That's a good question. I feel like I have the answer to it, And it has something to do with Miss Hecate. I don't fucking remember what the hell Miss Hecate and the Red Lipstick Trail have exactly to do with each other. Oh! Hold on. Character index. Not character index. Yeah, character index. Give me a second. Wait. How did I get to the... How did I get to it the last time? How did I get to that page? Not this page. Fuck.
When you want to feel good.
Oh, you know, it's probably one of her things, huh? Updates. Not updates. Character index. No, not character index. Fuck. God damn it. Creative Archives. Fuck. Jesus Christ. This one? No. God. Just the fact that Millie is also kind of a guiding force is also very weird. The two guiding forces we have in this fucking in this fucking series are a scarecrow puppet and an animated dog. Not that there's anything wrong with that, mind you, but it's just... Oh, it's this one, right? Yeah. Okay. Certainly I can just... Ah! Hold on. What the fuck? Hold on. That is not where I wanted to go. Ah, here we go. You have heard, Miss Hecate. This is the first. This is most perplexing. You have heard, Miss. You are blessed. This character, Miss Hecate. You're in Hecate. Hecate, this character survived. As from what we can glean from history. It's a lot of things here. It is all just fucking blurred. Also, if you click this... Oh, never mind. Oh, wait. What? Wait a minute. Hold on. Why is it just dark down here? Why is there nothing down there? Why is there nothing down there? Hold on. Inspect element, please. Where is it? There it is. There anything down here? There has to be, right? Okay, well, that's just the page itself. There has to be something down here. There's gotta be. There's too much blank space for there not to be. There'll be something down here. Something that I can click, something that I can... remove, I guess, I don't know. Footer. Order. There's really nothing? That is so fucking... Wait a minute. Not ready. Not ready for that. Oh yeah! Hey, so just tip for you, tip for people watching. If you want to get me, if you want to scare me, backwards voices, backwards music, distorted weird music. Yeah, that's how you scare me. So I'm not playing this forward for you. That's in the thing. It's in the Nick Nocturne video. Oh, you will love Silent Hill. Writes that down. See, the music isn't doing it any favors either. And that's forwards. Ah. Nothing about that is okay. Imagine backwards music. Wow. To get to the... Wait, I can... Hold on. I can just discard chunks and we can read this. Hold on. Look at this. They're figuring it out. My God. Look at us. Oh my God. Our most perplexing and hard character to document. If this is the first time you've heard about Miss Heckgate. Oh. Wait, this is the... Well, damn it. This is just the page thing. Hold on. Oh, I can actually just get rid of that too. That's nice. That's actually really good. Can I get rid of the... like the little break in the page looking thing? Probably not, huh? I'm mad because I struggled and was running a rally. The last one is fully on snow. My car is literally undrivable, making me feel like a stupid amount of time. Right behind the end. So yeah, fuck this game. And the unplayed rally game I bought. I'm dropping them all. Oh. Snake. Buddy. So sorry for you. I'm so sorry. So sorry that games just tend to frustrate you. I wonder what that breaking thing is. Yeah, I wonder what it is, too. Hold on. Oh no, it's just doing that. Never mind. I mean, why? Why make the game you can't move? So you're hours behind in the race. Okay, so spect element. Okay, so where is the control delete? This one. One. Son of a bitch. I'm not deleting the right ones. I'm not deleting the right ones at all. Oh, wait. Delete. Delete. Ah! Shit. Hold on. Damn it, hold on. Effect. Oh, okay, so where was it? In background shit. Where was that? Not the background shit, but like the actual article for Mistake 8 is in here, so I just need to get that shit out of the way. Where the fuck is it? Well, maybe it is this. Oh, it's this one, right? Delete. Delete? What the fuck? Delete. Delete. Oh, oops. Undo. How do I undo? Oh my god. So, okay, so holy shit. Okay, we're gonna have to figure this one out later. uh I'm gonna go through all these pages later tonight, and I'm just gonna be like, oh my god. Anyway, what a thumbnail, Ryan. I'm still just flabbergasted by this. Oh my god. Hold on, Beatrice. Character index. Character. Creative archives. Sort by. No, not sort. My tag. Sort by. Yeah, this one. Okay. So. Oh, well, that's cute. I like that. So are they all horror, or some of them just cute? I think some of them are horror in terms of like supernatural ARG horror, and some of it's like commentary, social commentary on our current situation, the U.S. I think some of them might just be cute. Wait, I think maybe it's in Beatrice's sugar spectrum. Okay. Imagine if one character is literally normal and the rest are evil and torture that said character. I feel like there's a. I feel like there's a character, like a thing that's like that. Several things, I think, that's like that in like actual media. I'm wondering why I'm going through all the Beatrice animation things. Because I know Beatrice has a thing. I just don't remember what the fuck it is. How the fuck to access it? So I'm just going through and tabbing all of fucking Beatrice BE's pages. Ah! Actually, I think, wait, now that I'm really thinking about it, was it on the... It might have been on this page. Okay. No, it's not another fuck. Wait, what? What? Why the fuck does it have... Oh, so you can actually print this out and make it. Or print this out and make whichever one, honestly. It's actually kind of cute. Not old fucking tab. Yeah, okay, it's not this one. I know she has something. No, she does. Fuck. God damn it. Hold on, maybe Bartleby Brands. Maybe it's in here. I think it is. Yes! Here it is. Found it. I remember this one. There are 6 senses that a human might experience in their life. For 6 is a spectacular and fabled number for all manner of trickery and spectrums. Sight, to see something brilliant. Smell, to heighten your appreciation. Taste, to make life truly worth living. Touch, to master the world around you. Ear, to make all rhyme. And thought, to dwindle, to idle, and lead one down a different path than the previous 5 senses. A beautiful side of the honeycomb, surely, for it can lead you to silly little things, like me. Deep in the factory darkness your eyes will fail you. The gloom will spread like tar across them. The sense of smell is rendered inert. Choking smoke and dust and sweet smells are simply too much. Taste? I suppose I needn't say it wouldn't do you much good. Anyways, touch. You may fumble for a while across winding halls, tracing concrete walls, but in fruitless effort. And hearing? I suppose to help you keep yourself steady, but all certainty fades with time. But thought? It will lead you to me. You will wander and wonder with steps entwined, my melody calling you close with heavenly rhyme. That's right. Come closer and rest your head. That's right. At your shoulder's ease. Come to me. Come closer now. Closer. Closer. That's right. Come closer. Come here. I don't know what the fuck any of this means. Yeah, baby, let's go. I don't know. I don't know, dude. This one's weird. But I remember finding it and finding it incredibly creepy. It is incredibly creepy. Sorry about that. All right. Well, we're gonna go to break again. This will be our final break of the night, and honestly, I have no idea what we're gonna find. The last few minutes, last like 40-ish minutes, we'll have 30-ish minutes. We'll have, but of course, we're gonna go on our usual 10-minute break. So I suggest you guys go get a snack. Go get a drink. Go to the bathroom, stretch your legs, feed your animals if you have any that need to be fed, and also let them out. And as always, we will have our good friend Sora running the stream while we are gone. So we'll see you guys in 10 minutes. I forgot to set the timer, but I think we're good to come back. So there is a whole document on like what they found. There's like a whole Discord, and there's a link to a document of what they found. And I was looking through it, and I saw something about a character named Molly, and that she's in the Imaginarium. I'm assuming this is the character because she doesn't have a label anywhere. I was like, oh wow, hey, this looks clickable. That's weird, huh? I don't like that. I don't like that. No, don't like that. Don't like that at all. Like the picture's gonna jump out at me. Any other clickable ones here? No, doesn't look like it. It's weird. Also, the Imaginarium is just full of weird little dudes, and I love them. What the fuck? Yes. I don't know what this does, though. I feel like this is a code for something, and I don't know what it is. Almost looks like a really fucked up game of Twister, but I can't click on any of these because if I click on any of these, it just goes to the next picture. So I don't know what these are for, but they'll be for something, I assume. But look at these cute little guys. Look at these funny little dudes. And someone who looks like an OC. This guy looks cute. I love them. Invisible Man. No picture for obvious reasons. So these are, like, a lot of them, if not all of them, are all submitted by fans of their imaginary friends so they can be immortalized. So that's kind of cute. I like all of these things. They're really neat. Molly, on the other hand, needs to just not... just not exist. At least the picture of the fucking thing in the fucking hallway. Not okay with that. Okay. I think also in that document, I was finding something about getting to a different page by doing this. Going to the jungle. Oh, wow. So it just... Then clicking on things. Don't know. Let's see. Click on things here. I think maybe I'm just looking at it wrong. Oh, so apparently the party thing was So all of that dialogue was berating the listener for not attending the party. I think we all kind of so Penny didn't attend the Halloween party in which everyone just disappeared. They poofed, right? So she has a lot of survivor's guilt. Before the party is making that survivor's guilt tangible. That's at least my interpretation of it. A lot of survivor's guilt for whatever the fuck happened that night. I think I'm doing it wrong. I will leave this thing open though. Oops, wow. Good job. I'm still, I don't know who the rabbit is. Molly. There's something about, in the document, under Molly about Little Bunny Frou Frou, and that was clearly a fucking rabbit or something in the doorway. What is going on? Dear God. Oh yeah, they don't have anything, huh? You could just end a little early. Yeah, I think we'll just end a little early. So, I hope you enjoyed that, because I kind of did, to be honest. There were some things where I was like, I found something! I did it, there's a thing! You know? So I had some enjoyment out of it. If you want to do it yourself, it is the Pendog Creative Library. It's pendogcreativelibrary.org. If you want to do your own digging, if you want to see if you can't figure this shit out, go ahead. And there's probably a way to get the document with everything that isn't going into the Discord. So But so I'm sorry that this wasn't Ori, but to make up for it, since this week we technically had 2 whatever days, we're gonna have 2 Ori days next week. So Saturday will be Ori and Monday will be Ori. So it's, just to make up for it, just to make up for not having Ori this week. There's no way I can really make up for not having Great Ace Attorney this week, besides playing it next week once. Yeah. So, sorry this is a little short. Sorry this was weird. But I hope you had some fun, because I had some fun. But until I see you guys on Saturday, I hope you are all having a wonderful night/day wherever the hell you live. And, bye!
We are so glad you came. Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye now. Bye. Bye-bye. Remember, please discard all candy wrappers and popcorn containers in the nearest trash receptacle.